Good evening, friends. This is your host Sunny Bhatia. Today we are in day 6, and today we are at a very important topic, objects and collections. So let us start right away. Objects and collections are very important component of TDL as they allow us to access the database, the data present in Tally. So let us first look at the presentation. What presentation says about objects and collections. So objects are those which store data in a hierarchical structure. Object is made up of methods and collections. Methods are used to retrieve data. Collection is a group of objects. Now, those familiar with the databases, very simple example you can take is object is a basically in a SQL form or MySQL form. It is a row of data, and method is a column, and collection is your table. So in MySQL, SQL or any RDBMS that you use, in a relational concept I am explaining that object is a row of table and method is a column and a collection is table basically. And those familiar with programming languages must be familiar with collections. It's a collection of objects. So that is what is object about. Now in Tally, a object can have further have a sub collection. We will not call it as a collection. We'll call it as a sub collection as the data is stored in a tree function, hierarchical manner. So object can have methods and further a collection, and the collection can further have object, methods and collection. So collection can have a sub collection and a sub collection further can have methods and collection. So objects in TDL are classified as objects are interface objects and data objects. The data objects are some internal objects and TDL objects, static TDL objects, hard coded and dynamic TDL objects. So this is the hierarchy which is there for object types. Object context. This is a typical part in TDL. The context of the object, that means at the point when you are accessing it through interface, what is the context of the object? Interface object always exists in the context of data object. So any report that you have is having a data object. The association of data object can be done at interface object report level, part level, line level or field level. A data manipulation is done through interface objects only. So a data cannot be directly entered. It has to be modified, created through interface object only. And the value of methods or formula is evaluated based on the object context. This will study that the method, suppose I am accessing $name method. So in whatever object context we are, $name will return the same value. So a collection is a group of objects or collections. A collection can be populated with objects from various data sources. A collection defined in default TDL are referred as internal collections. Collections are classified in two types: simple collection, that's a single method collection, and a compound collection, that is a multiple methods and collection. We'll study this in detail just now. So to define a collection, you have to write a collection and collection name. Now, today since we are on the day 6, let us open my I say save as, I say day 6, and also in Tally I change my code to day 6. So that part is over for. Now let us understand a collection. Now this report as we see is only showing a static objects, that when whatever values or whatever formulas I am giving, it is not picking up anything from the tally. Now, the first thing I need to make is a collection. So I make a new collection. Now, let us define an object first. So I am defining an object student in which I have name as first student, class as class 1. Since class is a reserved word, I say as let us say section as class 1A. Now I create one more object, student 1 as second student. This also I keep it at, and let me create one more object. So I created three objects, all have name and section in common. So I name my collection, and collection is, since I say collection is, so I say objects student, student 1 and student 2. So I, in my collection I put my three objects. Now let me change this report. I'm changing the entire report. So I name it as my first collection and display that is named as collection report. Now I define my collection report, remove the variables, I define the form. I'm doing it fast since we know how to design a report. I'm not taking much time in it. Collection, I name it as collection part. So my part has, in this case my part has line, collection line I name it as. So collection line, I'm defining a line now. Let me remove the earlier code so that there is no mix up in the things, and then we'll see how the things move. So I'm removing all the previous code in this, even the system formula I am removing variable. So I come to, that's good. Now I define my line. So my line will have a field. My name is collection field. Sorry, I was mistyped. So I define my field as, so I say set as here, and since it is a method, I set, I say dollar $name. Now let us see what happens with this report. Duplicate name student. Let me change a little bit. I suppose it is not taking only numeric part. Let us see what it shows. So it is giving me some error. So let me change this collection to my student. Maybe some internal tally is using some internal name student in it. So that's why it is giving a duplicate description. It's just a presumption since it is saying it's a duplicate name. Let me change the name. Okay, now it is okay. So nothing is printed, dollar name is not printed. Let us see what is, because I haven't, now I said dollar name, but there is no context to it because I have not joined my data with any of the interface object. So let me put it on the context. There's a new attribute. There's an attribute in part which is called repeat. We'll see that what is it. After repeat, a line has to be there. So my line to be repeated is collection line, and after that the name of the collection comes, and my collection is my collection. So that means I want to repeat this line over this collection. So whatever objects are there in this collection, that many number of times this collection line will repeat and it will print this. Now I have added a context of my collection of my objects to the interface object. Now let us see how I get the output. Initially I didn't get the output for the report was that there was no context, data context to it, and now you see I am getting first student, second student and third student. Now this report you see I cannot, with the up and down arrow key, I cannot access anything, and like we have in Tally that you are able to scroll the results. So let me put that attribute. So for that we put scroll vertical. We'll see what the rest of the things are, but right now I'm just taking it as vertical. So scroll verticals provide a scrolling option at the time of, now if I run the report, you see I am able to scroll through the objects. Now you see I have three objects. All three objects are put in the collection. Let me add one more and see what happens. So I name it as, let us say, student 4, and I put it as a section 1B. So two students I have in 1A and 2 I have. So let me, now this has not come because I have not added it to my collection. So only creation of object will not display it. I'll have to add it to the collection. The objects need to be there. So student 4 also appears. So what we have studied till now is that we can create the objects. These are the methods. I have two methods, name and section, and a collection of objects is called a collection. That means the number of objects, if I combine them here like we have done it here, is a collection. And to bind the context or to have the data context, I am saying my collection at the repeat level, and then I am saying dollar name. That means this method I am trying to access. Now let us try and access section. So I have one more field, so I keep it as right field so that it comes at the extreme right, and I say my section. name. So I define a new field, and my name of the method is section. So I give here $section. Done. So let us see how this creates impact. So now I have section also coming at the right hand side of the report. So this is a brief introduction to objects and collections. The objects and collections, we have seen that how we can create it. These are all static objects, and let us see now what is further in the presentation. So collection type of object. Now we come to that if we have want a collection, this is a collection we created ourselves, we created the object ourselves, and we added the objects to the collection and we printed it. Now the internal collections are, first, all those who are familiar with Tally, is a ledgers, list of ledgers. So a Tally has a collection called ledger. Now how do you know that, once we are covering this, how do we come to know that what collections do we have on Tally and what methods are there in Tally? So for that there is a tab here at the bottom, you see a schema. So schema here is all the collections that are there in Tally, internal collections, and let us see the ledger collection is there. So these are all the methods that are there in the Tally, in this collection, sorry. So a ledger object has these many methods: alter id, altered by, allow in mobile, affect stop, address. So everything these you can check it from here. What are the methods that are there in the internal objects of Tally? So the internal objects are can be accessed through the collection. We'll just see how we can do that. So here we saw that how we can access, how I can come to know that what are the vast collections that Tally has, internal collections that Tally has, and how, what are the methods that are there in internal. Now collection of external objects that we just saw, that we can create student name and address. Like here it is creating student name and address, and then having the same, this is example we just did. Now object association, like we did the object association at the part level, and we said repeat, we can associate object at the report level also, line level also, and the field level also. And once the object is associated at certain level, the child level automatically inherits it. So like we associated our object at the part level. So line and field already worked on that. The line, when we printed the field, it already printed the method which was available in that object. Now we can associate a object directly at the report level also. So we'll do this in detail in the second section of our training, that how we can access the internal objects and how we can uh, see how we can associate the object at the report level. That's all for today. Thank you.